Well, not only good luck with your trading today, but good luck with your New Year's resolutions. If you have a New Year's resolution, I think the only thing I'm going to plan for this year is to get my new business up and running with Traveling Trade Adventures and get that rolling and lose a couple of pounds. I think that's about the only thing I hope to. Kathy, good morning. All right, we got sound. Good deal. I have volume on YouTube. Good deal. All right. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate it very much. Okay, here we go. Let's see what 7 o'clock throws at us. Let's see. BCAB announces a $40 million special purpose vehicle transaction to advance drug into a registrational trial. Okay, that's on BCAB. BCAB. Class action lawsuit, class action lawsuit, class action. All class action lawsuits except for BCAB. Sheila, good morning. You got volume 2. ORIS pushing up. That's the one I got on the screen here on the right side. I have ANGH over here on the left. Let me put BCAB. Let's see, little 83-cent stock. Let's see if this one is going to move or not. This has a 45 million public float. BCAB. They will receive an initial $5 million for general operating and phase 3 clinical trial expenses to advance their drug, with the remaining $35 million anticipated to close in the first quarter of 2026. BioAtla is the name of the company, to retain 65% ownership of OZV, which is what they're working on, across all solid tumor indications after completion of the SPV transaction. So basically, they're getting money for a phase 3. That's on BCAB. All right. So I'm glad we've got volume on YouTube this morning. I don't know what that was all about. For whatever reason, it did not want to give us any volume yesterday. All right, let's see where BCAB goes. Let's take a look at the monthly chart on BCAB. Okay, we had it run recently here back on November 19th. It ran up to $1.43. It's been on somewhat of an upward trend since August. It's been pushing up with a few spikes here and there, but overall it's been trying to push up. We pull back even further. This was up around $2 back in October, November of last year. So it's been floating in the 39 to 40 cent range most of the year, most of this year. And just recently it started pushing up. So we'll see if the news plays well with this one today or not. Alex, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in on Traveling Trade Adventures. We do appreciate that very much. Hopefully we can throw out some press releases here. Let's see. Oh, gosh, 7 o'clock was all class action lawsuits except for BCAB. You can see it's pulling backwards here. ANGH pushed up at 7. Doesn't seem to be going anywhere at the moment. Try to make a play here on this one. Let's let her pull back. All right. 74, 72. All right, we're going to try to make a play here on this one. BCAB. ANGH still giving us green candles here. BCAB. Waiting on volume. Not getting a lot of volume yet on BCAB. Hoping that volume picks up a little bit. We've only got 470,000. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Let's make the first trade green. Get me back up there to around 80, 82, 83. Come on. All right. Come on. Good morning, Alex. Well, what's everybody taking a bite of here this morning? Anybody grabbed anything since 7 o'clock? Anybody taking a shot at anything? SGLY. Good deal. Watching Momo scanner as well, and it's not moving either. Ronnie's in DCRT. Alabama Mike's playing ULY. ANGH trying to push up. Might smack 4 here in a second. DCRT starting to go. Thank you, Ronnie. DRCT. And then ANGH, there's that 404. Boom. Nice push up to 4 there. Beautifully done. Looks like it spiked up to 404. ANGH hanging out at 4, struggling at 4. Sun, SUUN, says they've secured an $8 million loan by PowerBank to accelerate independent power producer portfolio. Never really excited about seeing companies getting loans. ULY getting a push. ULY. That's one Alabama Mike is playing. Got a nice little push there. Let's see. BCAB. Volume has dried up here. Like literally dried up. There's no orders going through on BCAB. No orders popping in. Just real small 100 share orders popping in. Hopefully people start hitting that ask price and push it up a little bit. We could use a nice green one here this morning to start the morning off. All right, let's go look at ANGH again. ANGH still horsing around with $4. Bentley, good morning. Good morning. Let's look at ULY over here. SUN. Bentley, thank you very much for subscribing. Appreciate it very much. ANGH 353 out at 396. Good trade, Joey. Very good trade. Good solid trade. Taking your profit. ULY. Well, thank you very much, Bentley. I appreciate that. ULY pulled back. ANGH back at 4 again. This thing needs to break 4 in a really healthy way here. We're watching it on the chart here. Come on. Get a nice big bump. It's got a small float, 1.7 million public float. Come on. Get a nice big push there. And we're going to take an out on BCAB. Not going to play around with that. BCAB. All right, we need to make up for that one. So we're going to leave BCAB alone. Let's look at NCL. Little 26-cent stock. Trying to push up. Sun. QS. for stocks positions. No press releases yet. NCL. NGH. Got a couple of pennies to make up here. See if we can get an order in here on ANGH. Nice low price on it. NCL, got it on the chart here. Pushing up, 27. All right, NGH, QS, ULY, pulling down. NCL pulling down. ANGH not going anywhere. So we're just going to have to sit and wait now. Not seeing anything very attractive at the moment. Not seeing anything that's striking me just yet. Tried to make a play. Tried to make a play on BCAB, but had to take a 2 penny loss on that one. So I need to make up 2 pennies someplace else. But I'm pretty confident I can do that. That's the nice thing about cutting those losses quick. They're easy to make up. Stink, good morning. Good morning. Boy, nothing popping up on the microflute scanner. ULY, let's see, BCAB, Oris, NCL, DRCT, DRCT, little 7 penny stock. Good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. Hopefully everybody has a designated driver tonight or an Uber. We need you all safe and secure. What is DRCT? 19 million public float. Let's See if we can get a little momentum on this one. On DRCT at 8 pennies. Let's see. Excuse me. Just doing a little math here. Yeah, that'll work out just nicely. 8, 11. ULY. ULY trying to curl back up again. Not trusting any of these. iPhone, good morning. Joey, yes, we don't want anybody out there drinking and driving, that's for sure. That never ends well. Never ends well. Terry, good morning, brother. Hey, on a side note, Terry, the honey is absolutely amazing. Really, really good. My stepdad has been just going at it with that with that honey. He's a big believer in having honey every day, and he says it's really, really good. He's a connoisseur of honey, and he said it's really good. He's working on the lighter shade, not the darker one, but the lighter one. He's working on that one, but he's about got it all gone. It's just about all gone. He's been having at it. He's been having at it. He has some every morning. Well, we've got DRCT working out good for us so far. Took a swipe at that at 8 pennies. You can see on the chart there my little buy-in, but if I can get 11 cents out of that, I would be thrilled to death. I'd be able to stop for the day. Q. Yeah, it was good. Thank you very much, Terry. I really appreciate that. That was really nice. ESHA making a little move. I can't wait to get this spring to get up into Ohio up there. With your permission, I would love to stop by and see your setup with all that honey. ESHA Scans has it listed as a micro float as well. 829,000. Yeah, I would love to stop by, Terry, and make that part of our traveling trade adventures, one of our stops along the way. And if you're not too bashful, I'd like to get you on camera. Direct. Let's see. Let's look at ANGH again. Slow, steady grind up. It's over 4 now. Pretty healthy. 407. As long as it can stay above 4, I think we'll see it just gradually, slowly stair step its way up a little bit. Waiting on press releases. We've got about 6 minutes. Stinky, Terry is an hour from me. Oh, okay. Well, when I get up that way with Terry's permission, I'd love to have you stop in. Ken, good morning. 408 now. 410 on ANGH. Still nice, slow. Terry, no, not right now. I'm on YouTube at the moment. On Traveling Trade Adventures. And Stinkin' Pinky. I love that username. Stinkin' Pinky says he's an hour away from you. You might have to pop in there and find out who that is. I know. Everybody's usernames are always different on every platform. Ah, okay. From TikTok. Gotcha. He's in Cincinnati. I drive right through Cincinnati. When I go north, I always go up through Cincinnati. And then from Cincinnati, I cut straight over and go into Indianapolis and then north. Let's see. 3 minutes. 3 more minutes, and we'll get the 7:30 press releases. Let's hope something pops. ANGH at 412. There's that nice, steady, slow climb we were talking about. Well, when I get up far enough north, instead of like around Chattanooga, I think it's around Chattanooga, you can go this way and go up through Nashville and up, or you can go this way and go up towards Cincinnati. And I like going up towards Cincinnati because I like to avoid Nashville at all costs because Nashville traffic is crazy. It's kind of like Atlanta. It just not fun. What's the name of Terry's honey? Where do I buy? You can get that probably straight from Terry. If he's got any left, he might be willing to sell you some. All right. 1 minute and a half. We have a guy who puts out 400 beehives on our farm every year. Then when he takes them up, he carries them out to California. He gives us 12 cases of honey. Wow. Yeah, I'd like to see that, Terry. I would like to see those Bob Evans farms up that way. I think that'd be a great addition to our travel show. I would love to get up there and see that. I'm excited, man. There's just so many destinations I'm looking forward to. Branson, Mackinac Island, Grand Canyon, Yellowstone. And there's so many cool places to see out there. Watching ANGH here. We've got it up on the screen. We just hit 417, 418. Who's playing that one? Somebody in the Wolf Pack is playing that one. Steve's in it. I am. All right. Rich is in it. Good deal. Make sure you lock in profit, folks. Don't trust these things. Lock in profit when you feel comfortable with it. Capstone extends their revolving credit facility with Berkshire Bank, strengthening liquidity and financial flexibility. That's on CAPS. New employee inducement grants. PFSA bolsters their European commercial network with a new French distributor called Medcel. It's in the red at the moment. It's an 11 penny stock. And that's the news on it. Okay. So we really didn't get much at 7:30. There wasn't many press releases. We only got 4 press releases at 7:30. But this doesn't surprise me. Things aren't going to pick up until the new year starts, probably next week, I would say. Class action lawsuit. Going to be slow. Patience. AXTI announces closing of a public offering of common stock and full exercise of underwriters' option to purchase additional shares. So just a closing of a public offering on AXTI. JC, SIDU. Let's take a look at SIDU. SIDU trying to push up as well. SIDU has been pretty reliable. It's been pretty darn reliable. All right, let's see what ESHA. Now, we had some folks in ESHA this morning, didn't we? This one has gone from 1480 to 2123 this morning since 7 o'clock. ESHA. Anybody playing that? That's a hell of a climb. That's the one that's the micro float. 829,000 public float. $14.80 at 7 o'clock. We just hit 2123. Somebody mentioned that as well earlier. Who mentioned that one earlier? ESHA. Steve mentioned it. It was around $17.50 when Steve mentioned it earlier. I don't know if anybody mentioned it earlier than that. Nice climb. Well, no, I guess we just have to wait for some more press releases. Unless somebody's feeling froggy and decides to jump into something. We'll be on TikTok here in just a few moments. For a few minutes. Long enough to do the 8 o'clock press releases. Randy. Let's let Randy in. We're live on Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube, and we're also live on Zoom through our website, wolfpackcommunity.com.
He gets unbanned.
Mm-hmm. Watching ESHA. I've got that on the screen here. And Ange, but it's not moving. Don't see a lot of movement. Ride, IVP. ESHA back to 21 again. Oh my goodness. Just got my hair cut and I can't do a thing with it. ESHA, boom, 23. That was sweet. Holy smokes. 24. Somebody please tell me you're playing that. Good gravy. That was nice. I don't know. Is Terry still in here? Terry, you still in here? Doesn't look like Terry's. Yeah, Terry's still here. Tracy's in at 17. Nice. That makes me happy. That makes me happy. SHAULY. Sold at 23.80. Not bad. Hey, 23.80 is right towards the top there. So you did good. You did good, Rich. You did very well on that one. What a climb. What a beautiful climb. 1480 to 2434 this morning. That's nice. Everett, good morning. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. So excited for the new year to get here. Get 2026 started. How many of you, when you was a kid, thought by 2026 there'd be flying cars? ULY starting to trying so hard to push up, but it's just not getting volume. Now this ESHA's got me very curious. I'm going to keep watching this one. I'm going to keep this one up on the chart. This one makes me feel like it's going to explode up to about 30. That low float. 25-25. Yeah, I remember that song. Or the Prince Classic 1999. How many of you were breaking it down to 1999 back in the day? Oh my goodness. Happy New Year's. Unfortunately, I probably won't see the new year roll in. I'll be asleep long before that happens, I'm pretty sure. Boy, if we get a bunch of volume on ESHA, this thing's going to go crazy. So excited to see if that pops any higher. It's already done pretty well. We're asking a lot for that to go much higher than it is because it's already gone pretty nice. ULY, you can see it's trying to curl up, but it's having some difficulties. There's not much moving right now. There's just not a whole lot. Just not a whole lot moving. ANGH trying to push back. It's back up over 4 again. This thing managed to climb up to what, 419, 420, and then pulled back to 391, and now it's back up over 4 again. So it's hanging tough. It is hanging tough. Big pull down here on ESHA. Baxter's launched the Firefly Aerospace fraud allegations. Class action lawsuit. Oh, anybody sees anything moving, let me know. I don't see any right at the moment. I don't see much movement other than a few of them getting pulled down here. Jeff Brands, JFBR, good old Jeff Brands, announces intention to list its common shares on the NASDAQ Capital Market. Jeff Brands, JFBR, announces intentions to list its common shares on the NASDAQ Capital Market. Still listed as a micro float, but seems like they'd have done an offering by now. But anyway, there you go. There's that news. We try to stay away from Jeff Brands. It's made a few of us a little bit of money off and on, but for the most part, it's just one of those stocks you tend to stay away from. Who knows? One of these days, maybe it'll surprise everybody and take off on a 200-300% run. You never know. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Good to have you all here. Waiting on ESHA to take off again. Been a good one. Irene, good morning. Tom's iPhone. Let's get him in here. It is a cold one in Florida this morning. 31 degrees this morning. 31 in Central Florida. Can you believe it? Below freezing temperatures. It's just crazy. Just crazy. So we've been watching and getting excited about ESHA. That stock from 7 o'clock this morning, the stock has gone from $14.80 to $24.34. Now it's floating around 21 bucks. Looking to see if it'll spike back up again. It's listed as a micro float, has less than 1 million on the public float. So it's been moving pretty good. Right now, it looks like it's consolidating right around the $21 area. We'll see if it spikes up. Love to see that thing break 25 and go flirt with 30 bucks. That would be insanely nice. Insanely nice. Terry, there's some folks that want to buy your honey. It's good stuff. That fall honey, the one I've tried so far, it's pretty good. Good stuff. Good for you. David, good morning. We're live on TikTok. We're live on Traveling Trade Adventures over on YouTube. And of course, we're live on Zoom, as always. Zoom is always number one. We always go live with the Wolf Pack in the mornings, every trading morning. VFF, reclassification rate, 3 stocks to watch. It's fluff news. We've got about 10 minutes here, and the 8 o'clock news will hit the wire, and with any luck, we can get something out of that that's useful. Jeff Brands now up to 82 cents. It's gone up about 2 pennies on that press release. Kristen, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy New Year's to everybody. Please stay safe tonight. If you're a party animal and you like to go out and celebrate New Year's, make sure you have a designated driver. We want you all safe. Jeff Brands now up to 88 cents. So it's gone up 8 pennies since the news came out. And I know what you're all thinking. Boo, we don't touch Jeff Brands. But it is going up. JFBR on the press release. They announced that they were going to be listing their common shares on the NASDAQ Capital Market. So getting a little boost off of that. Just happens to be one of them stocks I like to stay away from. Starting to get some pushback here on ESHA. Starting to push back up. This stock has done very, very well this morning. SIDU making a comeback to 3. Have a newborn baby girl the 28th. Well, congratulations. How exciting. That is very exciting. Congratulations. What an exciting time. New baby in the house. That is great. We're all jealous. Everybody with grown kids that are off to college, we think back to when the kids were that little, and we get jealous. Look at Jeff Brands. Now it's up to 93 cents. It's gone up 13 cents, 14 cents now since that news came out. Listed as a micro float. Samantha, good morning. Happy New Year's Eve. It goes quick. It sure does. They grow up so fast. I know it sounds like a cliche, but they do grow up so fast. Gosh, when they're real small, you think, gosh, I can't wait till they grow up. And then when they do grow up, you think, man, I wish they were little again. Been loving the Traveling Trader post. Well, thank you. Seven. Yeah, that's a great age. I remember when my boys were about 7. So much fun to hang out with them and let them experience new things that they've never seen before. It was such an exciting time. Jeff Brands is up 22% on that press release. Crazy. ANGH moving up as well. Been watching that one this morning. Terry, good morning, my friend. Waiting to see ESHA. I'm waiting to see if that one's going to spike again. A very low float on that one. ANGH pushing up nicely. That's got a relatively small float as well. 1.7 million public float. That's It's a small float. Good to see all of our Wolfpack popping in on TikTok and YouTube. Got the whole gang here this morning. Love it. It's like a homecoming. Jeff Brands up 23%. We've got about 5 minutes. 5 minutes until we get the 8 o'clock press releases. After the 8 o'clock press releases, for all of you on TikTok, after the 8 o'clock press releases, we're going to pop over to YouTube on Traveling Trade Adventures. So you can find us live there after 8 o'clock and get the 8:30 and 9 o'clock. 8:30 and 9 o'clock press releases on Traveling Trade Adventures on YouTube. Just have to go over there and hit the search bar. You'll find us there. Jeff Brands up 24.5%. Hoping we have some baby goats by spring. Baby goats are funny to watch, that's for sure. Anybody have any of those fainting goats? Those things are hilarious. I always like watching those videos of people scaring those goats and they tip over. It cracks me up. Okay. Waiting on ESHA. You had fainting goats once? They're so funny. God. It just cracks me up. I have a toy one that grandkids got me for Christmas. They're funny to watch. Bye, Grace. Good morning. Good morning. 3 minutes to go. It would flop over and wouldn't walk. God, they're so funny. Roberta, good morning. Becky, good morning. Philip, good morning. All right, ESHA starting to push up just a little bit. Flirting around with 21 bucks again. We got it up to 24.34 this morning from 14 bucks, I might add. That's a nice climb. $10 climb. I really want to see it go past 25. Good morning. Is Mark in here? It's me, Jeff. Mark. Oh, that's Mark. Good morning. Miss seeing you around, buddy. Hope everything is going well. 5 Leaf. Like the hoodie. Good deal. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You must have a new TikTok. Now all we need is banger Bill Stanton and Patty. Where's Patty? Is Patty in there somewhere? Boy, we got the whole gang in here. The float on ESHA is 829,000. It's a micro float, or what I call a micro float. You guys like my hoodie? Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, I found the razor this morning, so I was able. Yeah. Just I kept saying this morning, I got my hair cut and I can't do a thing with it. Okay, NA. Let's see what we've got for press releases. Nanolabs, NA, continues to increase its B&B holdings to over 130,000 B&B. Upgrades its B&B strategy reserve and officially launches a share repurchase program. That's on NA, ticker symbol NA. 2026, a party year, new you, features upgraded holiday special, class action lawsuit. Construct my system on U.S. University land. Now that NA that I just mentioned, there's no volume there. 781 shares. So nothing to see there. Halted for news pending. CORT. Let's take a look at it. CORT. Halted. CORT. Corcept Therapeutics is the name of the company. It's sitting around $69. Halted, looks like it's around 65 at the moment. It's a little bit more expensive of a stock, so it may be out of your wheelhouse. Let's see. CHNR, Microfloat. CHNR, China Natural Resources reports their first half 2025 results. So we got financial results for the first half of 2025 on CHNR. 523,000 float, but there's no volume. Price isn't moving. All right, all eyes back on ESHA. We're at $22. 21.8, 21.9, 22. Arv, good morning. $22.5. Come on, baby. Push up. ESHA looking for that big 25 again. Looking for 25. Let's get it up there. We'll see that thing spike. Jeff Brand's coming down. Dan picked it up from $20.32 to $22.32. Good trade, Dan. ALCY. Pushing up a little bit here this morning. Thank you, Mutter. AFJK. Now, this is a little bit more expensive of a stock. 131 bucks a share. So it's kind of an expensive stock. Won't be able to pick up very many of those. So let's go back to DRCT. Where are we at here with DRCT? That's a 7.5. ALCY, $13 stock. ULY. CAP. ESHA. ESHA. Waiting for the break, waiting for that big pop. Byron got ESHA from $20.80 to $22. Not bad. NCL. Let's take a look at NCL again. Let's go back and look at this one. NCL popping off pretty nice here. Pushing up pretty good. Nice little profit on that one. NCL is trying. This one has a 12 million public float. NCL, 12 million. Now at 8 o'clock press releases, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 press releases at 8 o'clock, and that's really unusual. We usually get way more than that. We're usually 20, 25 press releases at 8 o'clock. So kind of tells you where things are at with these companies and press releases. I'm hoping they're saving up some good news for the new year. I'm hoping when the new year starts here, potentially on Monday. I know the new year starts tomorrow, but Monday the 5th, I am going to have my thinking cap on and ready for what's coming. NCL, boom. Look at that big pop. Isn't that sweet? 31. We just hit 31.37. Nice little pop on that one. Samantha, I think you did the right thing taking a break in December. I think you did very, very smart thing there because December's not been a stellar month. Has there been some runners in December? Absolutely. There has been some nice runners in December. There's been some stocks that have gone really nice, but it's not been overall, all things considered, it's not been a great month for trading for penny stocks. Some other bigger stocks have done very well and people have made a lot of money. Not saying that at all. But for penny stocks, it's not been what it has been. So I'm hoping January changes all of that and we start next week off just with a bang, man. Casa, good morning. NITO up 21%. Yeah, I think you're right. Everybody's on vacation mode. All of the Wall Street, the big boys, the big whales, they're on vacation. They're taking Christmas, New Year's off. They're not trading like they normally do. There's a lot of retail. There's a lot of retail traders trading right now, no doubt. But the thing with retail traders, they're not patient. They don't hold. They don't. They're not investing long term. They're just scalping stuff, which we do as well. And the big boys are just taking a little bit of a break right now. But when the new year starts, I think they'll be back, and we'll see a little bit more stability in some of these stocks. Right now, penny stocks especially, a ton of pump and dumps. They get a nice 10, 15 cent run, and then they get dropped because everybody sells. Everybody's taking profit on every little climb, every little bump up. Everybody's taking profit. And we don't have the big boys in there holding them up. So, but I think that'll change soon. See, RDAC, Rising Dragon Acquisitions. RDAC starting to get a little push here. RDAC, it's a $14 stock. It's sitting at $13.60 at the moment. It just popped there at about 8:05. It popped from 12.36 up to 14, and now it's back at 13.30. So it's pulling back just a little bit, but keep an eye on that one. This one has a 5.3 million public float. RDAC, so not a terrible float. Would like to see some news on it. Kind of waiting on news to really go in heavy on anything this morning. I would prefer to have some news anyway. All right, let's see. DRCT, 8.5. Getting a good push on DRCT at the moment. Took a little bit of that at 8 pennies. It's at 8.5. So we're in the money. We're green on that one, but not by much, half a penny. But it is climbing. Looking to get at least 11 cents out of that one. I would love to get 11 cents. If I get 11 cents out of that one, I'll be good for the day. That'll make my day. But I know that's expecting a lot. But have to be hopeful. Have to stay positive. We just spiked up to 8.9. We're looking good. Did anybody else take some of that DRCT when it was down there in the 8s or potentially in the 7s? I've been kind of holding on. I'm trying to make back the 2 pennies. Trying to make back those 2 pennies I lost earlier. All right. We'll give a couple more minutes here on TikTok until we see if anything pops up at 8:15. ESHA at 23. What do you know about that? 23.5 now. I want that to hit through 25 so badly. So badly. Come on, direct. We just need that volume. Get some volume on there. Is it pronounced Phoebe? Am I pronouncing that correct? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. Okay, good. Yeah, I think you might be right, Terry. I think you're probably right. All right, let's see. ESHA 22. That ESHA is trying really, really hard. NCL pulling back. RDAC pulled back. ESHA's pulling back. Everything's pulling. ANGH, come on. We managed to get it back up over 4. It's gone up pretty nicely since after hours last night. Moved up early this morning in early pre-market trading. It's been doing pretty well. It's holding on pretty good. We're back to 410 on it. Generation Essentials, the InShots, Biotech, Perf. SLGB. ANGH back to 412. We had a high earlier of 419, so we're looking to beat that 419, get a new high on that one. SLGB, Smart Logistics. SLGB, that one's pushing up a little bit. Not much volume though. 27,000 shares traded, so there's no volume. But it is listed as a micro float on scans, 975,000 on the public float. So it does have an extremely small float. But there's just no volume on it, so it's not going to move much. All right, let's go back and look at DRCT. We got it up to 8, 9, almost 10. Come on, come on, come on, man. I really want that thing to pop up. We need volume, though. Big, big, big volume. I know it's got 127,000 or 127 million shares traded on it already. And I know that sounds like a lot, but for an 8-penny stock, it's impressive, but it's not that impressive. When it's only 8 pennies or 7 pennies like it was earlier, people buy a lot. At 7 cents a share, people are buying 30,000 shares, 40,000 shares, 50,000 shares. So the volume goes up so quickly on those. So it's all relative, really. But hopefully we can get it to move some today. All right, let's go back and look at SLGB again. At 126, 130. SLGB, that's the one I just mentioned to you. All right. Will, I think it's going to be about it for press releases. We're not picking up too much here. SLGB, boom. How many of you went and looked at it when I mentioned it? He turned on the AC. No AC needed today, Sammy. None needed. It was 31 degrees here this morning. Central Florida, and it's 31 degrees. Isn't that crazy? That's insane. Look at SLGB. Boom, 144. Pinky says, I looked at it and just watched it go up. All right, Caps, Holding extends their credit facility. Nah, nothing there. Okay, well, yeah, it's cold here. It's cold this morning. Well, we're going to watch SLGB go up. If you got into it when I mentioned it, you're doing pretty good on it right now. You're doing all right. We just hit 146. This is the one I said was a micro float, 975,000 on the public float. 147, 148. Will it go any higher? Will it hit 150? We shall see. That's a 20-cent climb since I mentioned it. I don't know if it's going to hit it or not. We wicked up to 150. 154. So we're getting some good profit on these. They're popping up pretty nicely. Okay, well, that's going to be it for TikTok this morning. Thank you guys for hitting the follow button. I do appreciate it very much. Tomorrow the market is closed, so there won't be any live streaming for me. I hope you have a great New Year's Eve. Stay safe. Get a designated driver or an Uber if you need one. You're welcome to join us on our live stream on Zoom every single morning. We'd love to have you. Just go to our website, wolfpackcommunity.com, and subscribe to live Zoom trading. It's that simple. But market will be closed tomorrow because of New Year's Day. Happy New Year's to all of you. Stay safe. God bless. And I will see all of you on Friday morning. 7:45 right here on TikTok, 7:45. Right now, we're going to YouTube. If you'd like to join us for the 8:30 and the 9 o'clock press releases, pop over to YouTube, search for Traveling Trade Adventures, and pop into the live stream there. We'd love to have you. God bless. I made 7 cents. Ahmad, no problem, no problem. I've gotten kicked out of Zoom before as well. It happens. Not sure why it happens, but it happens. All right. Let's take a look at NCL. Come on, baby. Push, push, push. NCL needs to push. DRCT needs to push back up. ANGH. It's hanging out over 4 so far. It's cooperating so far. Oh my gosh. Happy 2026. Yeah, it's going to be a good year. It's going to be a good year. I can feel it already. I'm excited about this next Monday. I'm not terribly excited about Friday trading. I know it's the new year as of Friday, but Fridays are always slow anyway. Fridays are always, as far as news is concerned, Fridays are always typically pretty slow. So I don't have a huge hopes for Friday, but Monday, I'm excited for Monday. I am excited for Monday. Let's look at ORIS. Oris, ORIS. Boom, look at that big pop up. That was on our scanner this morning. That had a nice big pop there. Been pulling down ever since 7 o'clock. It's been just getting knocked down hard. But that was one that we watched in after hours yesterday when we did our after hours live stream. That was one that popped up so nicely for us in after hours. But then it got pulled down. It started climbing back up. It did really well in after hours. This thing went from $1.22 to $1.80 in after hours last night. That it did well. It did very, very well. But it's being pulled down here this morning. Since 7 o'clock, it's been getting pulled down. Celine, good morning. All right. ESHA. Still waiting for ESHA to get that nice big pop up to 25. Direct, still hanging on tight to direct, DRCT, waiting for that big pop. Once we break 9 cents, I think 11 is not going to be that difficult, but we've got to get through 9 cents. It's having, every time it gets anywhere close, it's getting pulled down. So that's going to be a big, big psychological price point to get through. Jeff Brands up 32%. It's gone up. It's gone up 20 cents since that press release this morning. 22 cents now. Did anybody did anybody go get Jeff Brands? Did anybody grab that this morning? Yeah, ORIS does have a small float, 3.9 million according to scans. Nice, and 1.5 million shorted on it. That's a pretty high short percentage. So that's definitely a candidate for a little bit of a squeeze there if the volume comes in. It's got, according to scans, it has 39% shorted. 39% of the float is shorted. That's a pretty high percentage. So if we can get some volume on that and get it starting to move a little bit, never know. Jeff Brands. I don't trade Jeff Brands. It is the cornerstone of my 401k. Oh, Pinky, are you kidding me? 77 cents to $1. She took Jeff Brands' money. That's awesome. That's great. That is brilliant. Webull shows 1 million. Okay. Yeah, I've got 3.9 on scans. All right, we've got 15 seconds, and we'll have the 8:30 press releases. Fingers crossed. I need something really big here to run. Need a press release. Good press release. Okay. DJT announces plans to distribute digital tokens to DJT shareholders. Trump Media. FBLG files investigational new drug application with the FDA. It's for psoriasis. ONDS secures a $10 million in new autonomous systems orders. So they have new orders for multi-domain defense solutions. All right, so they got a $10 million order. That's on ONDS. MODD receives a 180-day extension to regain compliance from NASDAQ. ANGH trying to push back up again. It's back to 409. So the only the only ones we got at 8:30 that are getting any price movement, whether it be good or bad, the only thing that's getting any price movement is DJT. That's the Trump Media one. FBLG, that's the investigational new drug application. And that's about it. Nothing else from 8:30 is moving at all. STKE reports their financial results for fiscal year ending September 30th for 2025, but it's not moving. There's no volume. Nobody seems too interested in that one. ONDS, that's the one that received $10 million in new autonomous systems orders. It's moving a little bit, but not much. Not getting a lot of movement out of these press releases. So 8:30 so far has not thrown us anything sweet here. But something's going to trickle in here. We're going to get news does trickle in between the half hour marks. The news typically comes out on the half hour, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. But some does trickle in here and there in between those half hour marks. So we'll continue to watch the scanners and see if anything pops up. we're just not getting a lot of press releases. It's the end of the year. I'm hoping that these companies are saving press releases for the new year. I don't know why they would, but I'm going to stick with that. We're waiting on the end of the year. Now let's take a look at NCL. NCL hanging out, going sideways, consolidating. DRCT hanging on for dear life. ESHA still waiting on that one to pop over 25. I would love to have a big 500% banger to go out at the end of the year with. Wouldn't that be sweet? In the year with a 500%er. Oh. Taxman will love that. FBLG trying to get some movement. That's the investigational new application that was filed. For anybody that's playing that. So we'll just hang tight here and see if any news pops up. That's what we're waiting on. So it's going to feel like you're just watching paint dry here for just a little bit. Unless one of these all of a sudden decides to go ripping. Gosh, wouldn't that be nice? FBLG pushing up a little. It's up 18.7%. It's up 21.5% now. Now that news came out at 8:30. The stock has gone from 24 cents. It popped up when the news came out, pulled back, and then took off on its little run. So it's gone from 24 cents to 30 cents. And now it's starting to pull down again. And boom, it goes boom again. Oh, shoot. It just boomed up to 31. It's not a big boom boom, but it's a boom. Retail seems to be playing that one. Phoebes, glad you found us. We had troubles yesterday. We couldn't get the sound to work. For some reason, the phone would just had no sound. Couldn't quite figure that out. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button on Traveling Trade Adventures. I do appreciate it. Double tapping the screen, send out some love. Appreciate you guys very much. FBLG, are you going to pop again? Or are you going to drop on us here? This is the part that always makes you nervous because you never know when it starts doing this. You just never know. Is it going to spike again and continue to go, or is it just going to pull down and drop all the way back to where it started? That's usually when I sell. That's usually when I decide, yeah, I'm not going to risk it. It's having trouble. It's time to say goodbye. Sometimes that works in my favor. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I think, gosh, I should have held. Yeah, that's an ETF, that DJTU. That's just the ETF. T-Rex. It's moving up too. Now let's go back and look at DJT. How many of you went and looked at DJT when the news came out? Trump Media. Let me reread that news for you. Trump Media announces it plans to distribute digital tokens to DJT shareholders. That was one of the 8:30 press releases that I read off to you. It's gone from 12:55 to 13:34. And the ETF associated with that has gone from $3.54 to $3.98 so far. Yeah, I don't know what digital token. Do they have their own digital token? Does DJT have its own, or just a wooden nickel? They're wooden nickels. LASE regains compliance. They regain NASDAQ compliance for quarterly filing requirements. So they weren't doing their quarterly filing the way they should have, and they got a notice. And now it's saying that they're compliant again with their quarterly filings. LASE. Look at ANGH. Boom. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful SOB. 402 to 432, just that quick. Kaboom. Oh, man. Yeah, that one's been on the top of our scanner all morning long. Wow. What a nice pop up. My goodness. We've been following that one all morning long. I hope some of you I hope some of you were in that. I truly do. DJT just spiked to 1345 and pulled back. Look at that spike. Look at the size of that candle. Isn't that beautiful on that 1 minute? Man, oh man, oh man. That is beautiful. INBS Microfloat announces new manufacturing partnership to strengthen their global production capability and increase margins. INBS Microfloat. All right. DJT pulling down, ANGH pulling down after that big spike. What did I always tell you guys in the past about those big spikes? What to do with those? Get out. When you get one of those big monster spikes like that, you jump, 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 jump. Because 9 times out of 10, this is what happens after one of those big, massive spikes, because everybody's selling off, taking advantage of that big spike. Now, could it climb back up? Absolutely. It could recover and go right back up, but I don't usually play them that way. Let's see. BBRE, Key Fight, NASDAQ, CarMax, DJT trying to curl back. DRTC not doing anything. So ANGH is trying to climb back up. I like to take advantage of those big spikes. You get one of those 1 minute candle spikes that jumps 15 cents, 20 cents on a 1 minute candle out of nowhere and just runs crazy. I like to take advantage of those and just cut ties and be done with it. And then if I want to rethink re-entering again, I can rethink that. But for the moment, it's hasta la vista. Vicky, good morning. Happy New Year. Phoebes, do you answer DMs? When I can. When I can. I get pretty busy, but I try to when I can. I try to answer comments on the videos when I can, and I do my best. FBLG from earlier, that's the investigational new drug application. That one's hanging in there. MODD, STK, financial results, LASE, KMX, deadline, class action lawsuit. Zena. Let's take a look at INBS. That was the last one I gave you. That was the micro float. $444 to $485 so far. Wolfpack knows when there's a micro float with news, it's not a signal to just go jump in, but it is a signal to at least go look at it. Don't ignore those micro floats, even if it's fluffy news. And when I say don't ignore it, I'm not saying go jump into it. Just go look at it, because sometimes those can go really, really, really well. Yeah, regular market hours today. Darn good. Closed tomorrow, though. Market's closed tomorrow. FBG, FBLG from earlier. That one's flirting with 30. It's trying to get back up to 30 cents. INBS, the last one I gave you, $4.95. That's a nice scalp. That's a nice trade right there. Darn good. You have a great day, my friend. Appreciate you. So I've got ANGH up here on the screen on the right, waiting to see if that's going to survive and climb back up again. I've got INBS, the micro float, the last one I gave you, just spiked to 498. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute. Actually, it spiked to 535. Looks pretty good on the 5-minute chart. Looks pretty good on the 1-minute so far as well. So far. All right. Jeff Brands, push up. And we got about 8 minutes, and we'll have the 9 o'clock press releases. Thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Appreciate that a lot. Really do. Going to be a lot more content coming up on Traveling Trade Adventures. And I really do thank you for watching those videos that I post on there. I really do. It means a lot to me. Appreciate all the support. Going to have some great content coming to post on there in the coming months. It's going to be amazing. Some great locations we're going to. Going to be a lot of fun. And I can't wait to take everybody along with me on the ride. It's going to be so much fun. We'll go live on the road from the RV, and I'll go live with everybody when I'm at the Grand Canyon. I'll go live with everybody at Yellowstone. It's going to be a blast. And you get to see all the ups and downs of RV travel, all the problems that I run into. Hopefully not too many problems. You'll get to see all the ups and downs of traveling and stock trading in the mornings. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube and some of the places around the United States. There's so many really cool places. I can't wait to get out there. Just needs to warm up a little bit. I can't travel in the snow and the cold in my RV. I could, I guess, but I'm not going to. I'm waiting for it to warm up north a little bit. It's 31 degrees here in Central Florida this morning. 31, below freezing. Can you believe that? Central Florida, and it's that cold. It's just, ugh, can't believe it. All right. Let's take a look at FBLG again. FBLG still trying so hard to get above 30. It just can't seem to break that. Come on. We're sitting right at 30 right now. Just having a heck of a time. I thought you were from Michigan. No, I live in Florida. I've been up in Michigan many times. I was born in Michigan, a little town called Tecumseh, Michigan. That's where I was born. Only lived there for a few months, though, because right after I was born, my family moved to California. So I haven't lived in Michigan as an adult, but that's where I was born. But no, I live in Central Florida. But I get up into Michigan quite often. I've got family up there. So I visit Michigan quite often. Come on, ANGH. Come on. It wants to pop. 422. It's trying to get back to where it was. It's trying so hard. 423. Is it going to boom again? 423, 424. Come on, pop. Give us a nice big spike up to about 430. And then just go bananas. What a beauty. Yeah, I believe so, Byron. That's where they used to make those Tecumseh engines. I believe there was a factory there because I think my dad worked there when he was a teenager. I remember there was a company called Tecumseh Products. There was a company called Tecumseh Products, and my dad worked there when he was like 16 years old. But I don't know if they made the Tecumseh engines, the little like lawnmower engines. I don't know if that's what they did or not, but it was called Tecumseh Products. But it's not there anymore. They closed down a long time ago. ARAI. ARAI is moving up, stair-stepping up. ARAI. Michael, dude, my college roommate is from Tecumseh. Oh, that's cool. I've got family in Tecumseh. And Adrian, Michigan, and Tecumseh, Michigan. I've got family in Grand Rapids. I've got family in God, what's the other name of that other town? Begins with a B. Drone service, Xena, INPS. ANGH still trying to break. Come on, man. Break up to 430 and just go bananas. Arrive AI. ARAI. Been slowly grinding its way up on low volume. It's been just slowly grinding up. Belding. That was the other town I was thinking of. Belding. I've got family scattered all over Michigan. Adrian Steel facility. Oh, very cool. Come on, ANGH is doing it for us here. Crawling back up. 429. We're looking 432. Boom. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. What a solid moneymaker here this morning. Wow, 432. We had a previous high of 432 on that big spike that we were just talking about. Let's see if we can get a new high. Tecumseh, Wisconsin, production shifted overseas in Europe. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, my dad worked for them when he was 16 years old. He talked about it all the time. I think that was one of his first jobs was Tecumseh Products. 433, we just hit a new high on ANGH. Been following this one all morning long with the Wolfpack. Hope you guys have as well. Been pretty solid for us here. It's not doing anything crazy. Just a nice, slow, steady grind up. Ever since early pre-market, and I'm talking 4 a.m. when the pre-market trading starts, from 4 a.m. on, it's been doing beautiful. It's gone up darn near $1 since after hours yesterday. So it's done very well. It's done very well. Launches Insight 1. Okay, 9 o'clock did not give us anything. We have one press release at 9 o'clock for NAMI. NAMI, and pretty fluffy news. It says they're introducing a new category of AI native wearable learning devices. There's no volume on the stock. It's not moving anywhere, but that's the only press release we got. And we got a new high on ANGH at 438. Think of how nice a sell on that very first spike, let it dip, wait for it to start climbing again, pick it up again, and scalp off another nice chunk off of it. Beautiful. Class action lawsuit. Steve, we'll see you next year. Mickey, you have a great day. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I grew up, most of my teenage years I spent in Wisconsin. For any of you that are from Wisconsin, I grew up in Racine, Wisconsin. All right. Well, it's 9:03. 9:04. Probably not going to get any more press releases between now and 9:30. There might be one or two that pop up, but I doubt we're going to get any. We don't usually get much from 9 to 9:30. It's usually pretty slim. So I think we're going to say goodbye on YouTube. Thank you guys for hitting the subscribe button and liking and checking out some of the videos on there. We've got more content coming, promise. and some traveling to do, and looking forward to it. So you guys have a great day. Market's closed tomorrow, so we'll see you Friday morning. Friday morning, market opens back up again, and we'll see you then. God bless, and you guys have a great holiday. Stay safe. Please stay safe and get a designated driver if you need one. Okay?